What's going on, guys? It is cold and snowy in upstate New York, which means it's the perfect day. It's the perfect day to talk gear with you. Now, a couple things, quick disclaimer. Number one, I am not a trained cinematographer or videographer. Everything that I'm about to tell you, the advice, the opinions I'm gonna give you are just from creating hundreds of videos, putting them up on YouTube, and having some of them be good, and some of them being not so good. And for that reason, take what I say with a grain of salt. If you like the work that I do, you like this video, and you like the other ones you see on this channel, then maybe I know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then just bypass me and go on to the next video. I did on the last video, the one that you see here, or here, wherever the little thing pops out, I talked all about how to create video with this, your iPhone, and the limitations and extra gear that you need to make that type of video look great. The second disclaimer I want to give you is that I am a geek. I'm a nerd. Once I get into something like this, I tend to dive much deeper than you probably will or need to. So understand that my recommendations are based slightly on my geekdom, and you may not need to go as deep or may not care about all the same things that I care about in creating these videos. So just, again, I can't help that. It's who I am. One more small disclaimer for you is that I have only ever operated inside the Canon family of cameras from a DSLR perspective. So I haven't worked with Sony or with Nikon at all. I have done a ton of research on them as I bought the cameras that I'm going to talk about, and I know some people that use both. But my advice will be inside the Canon family for the most part, and what I know from people who use other lines, but my first-hand experience is in Canon. Okay, all that out of the way. Let's talk about the Canon SL1, which there is an upgraded version in the SL2 now. This is the very first camera I bought. It is the introductory line of camera from the Canon series in the DSLR format. You're gonna get 12 megapixels, it's gonna be $400 or $500. It may be 100 or so more if you get it with the kit lenses, which the kit lenses are kind of these starter lenses. The 55 by 250, which gives you that long range shot, and the 18 by 55. These kit lenses are basically worthless. You can buy them for like 50 bucks. I wouldn't recommend purchasing the kit that comes with those lenses. You're just wasting your money. The lens that I used when I had this camera was a 10 by 18. I bought this separately. This is a nice little vlogging and video camera because it gives you a good quality picture, a little rounded on the edges, for not a lot of money. This only costs 200 bucks or so for this lens. It's a good starter kit, the 10 by 18 millimeter with an SL1. Here's my feedback on this setup right here. Better than your iPhone, but will always leave you wanting. Spending $500, 600 bucks on this lens and this camera, you're gonna feel good when you purchase it because you're gonna be like, oh, I'm using something that isn't my cell phone anymore. Except once you kind of start to go down that geek path, which purchasing this stuff is the geek path, you're gonna always be wanting with this camera, and I have a hard time recommending you spend your money on this. Maybe keep working with your cell phone until you can spend a little more money. When you can spend a little more money, my recommendation is the Canon 80D, which is what you're being filmed on right now, or if you want to spend just an extra 200 bucks, the Canon 6D Mark II. The only real difference between the Canon 80D and the Canon 6D Mark II is the lens size. The Canon 80D has a cropped lens, the 6D has a full lens, full frame lens, and you're just gonna get a better picture with the 6D Mark II. That being said, is it worth $200 to you? That's up to you. It depends on how much you want to invest. If you buy the Canon 80D, you will be very happy. If I were starting today and we're buying an introductory level camera, which really around $1,000 is an introductory level camera if you're gonna go this route, I'd probably go with the 6D Mark II if I was staying in the Canon series. If I was going to Sony, I'd do the A6500 is the camera that I would buy. I know some people that have that. It's a wonderful camera. It's relatively new to 2017, and it'll take wonderful pictures as well, including you can do really cool slow-mo with the Sony. With the Canon cameras, you're not gonna get 120 frames per second, which is what you need for really nice slow motion. So if slow motion is important to you at all, which it may not be in any way, shape, or form, but if it is, go with the Sony introductory cameras, not the Canon introductory cameras. Once you go to the next level, that's not as much a concern, but at this introductory level, you're not gonna get 120 frames per second in Canon, you're only gonna get that in Sony, although you do, for some crazy reason, get 120 frames per second on your iPhone. All right, microphones. Let's talk about microphones. This is the Rode video microphone. It attaches to the top of your camera like this. It also, there's tons of other attachment ways that you can set it up, but basically standard vlog, plugs into your camera just like this, and you can do vlog style, or you can put it on a tripod. I have this on a tripod right now, and I have, the microphone is attached, the other Rode microphone I have is attached to the top just like this one is. Now you have really cool audio. These cameras have microphones. You do not want to use the microphone in this camera. It's going to sound like crap. You want to use a nice microphone. This microphone right here is going to cost you 60 bucks. It's worth every penny. Next, lenses. Lenses. I am shooting you right now on a Canon 80D with a 24mm prime L series lens. It is the ballerific lens of ballerific lenses when it comes to 24mm. You're getting as crisp and clear a shot as you can possibly get with the Canon 80D. You are getting it right now with that lens. That being said, that lens costs $1,200. I do not expect you to spend $1,200 on a video marketing or vlogging lens. Again, I'm a geek and I also do this all the time, so I'm okay investing that money in a ballerific lens. What you should think about purchasing, whether you go SL1, which I'm not recommending, or 80D, your very first lens, if you go 80D, should be the Canon Ultrasonic 10x22. This gives you the ability to do wide angle shots. So those wide angle shots, I look a little closer, wide angle, you can see more of the backdrop. And then because it's 10 all the way up to 22mm, you can then focus in to 22mm if you want and get that linear, more close-up shot. With this lens, you're gonna get high quality without going up to the L series, which is Canon's baller lenses. This is the step below that. This lens costs about $500. If you're gonna be serious about vlogging and video marketing in your agency and you're gonna spend the money on a Canon 80D, get this lens, the 10x22mm. It's an extra $500 to the cost. It is worth it. You may not ever need to purchase another lens if you purchase this lens. I'm telling you that right now. You just may never need another lens. I have done so much video with this lens. I absolutely love it for vlogging. Canon 80D with this lens is a wonderful, wonderful combo. My recommendation for you for equipment is a Canon 80D, a Canon 10x22mm ultrasonic lens, and a Rode microphone. If you have those three things, you are in really good shape. You only need one more item, and that is the Gobi heavy duty big boy tripod with the articulating moving head. You can see that moving right there. If you have those four items, you can do an incredible amount of vlogging and video marketing. An absolute incredible amount of video and vlogging. You really don't need anything else. You don't need anything else. It's those four items. I have more stuff here. I'm gonna talk about accessories and that kind of stuff. 10x22, Canon 80D, Rode microphone, 60 bucks. So 500 bucks, 60 bucks, call it 900 bucks. That's 1500. This is about 100 bucks. So say with tax and shipping and all that, you're looking at about $1,700 to $1,800 for this setup. If you sell one account, it's all worthwhile. And you're gonna create so much video over time with this setup, and it's gonna be so versatile. You can take it with you. You can do the handheld vlogging shots, You can do any kind of shot you want. It's a really nice setup. You're gonna get tons of use out of it, and it is my best recommendation to you for a sturdy, for a versatile, reliable setup that's gonna work for you. The autofocus is great on Canon. The colors are great, so even if you don't understand color grading and all that kind of stuff, you don't need to. Canon colors are really, really nice. They come out really nice right out of the camera. You're gonna do great with Sony's too, and I think you can mimic these same things with Sony products, and you know, like I said, the Sony a6500 is what I would recommend. So, guys, those are my recommendations. That's what I've used forever. I'm probably gonna be upgrading in the near future. We'll talk about that when I get there, but Canon 80D, 10 by 22 millimeter ultrasonic EFS lens, Rode microphone, and a Joby heavy duty tripod, and you are a vlogging video marketing machine that's versatile, that can go anywhere, that travels well, that's gonna hold up to wear and tear. It's gonna have great picture and audio right out of the camera. I really can't give you a better recommendation than that setup. And I promise you, if you do the work, once you have the equipment, the ROI will be positive in no time. So I wanna know what your recommendations are, what questions you have about gear. Leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, if you enjoy the tactical gear guidance, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, share it with your friends, and any gear related questions or anything, leave them in the comments below and I'll get to all of them, I promise. For now, peace!